Alright everybody, so today I'm just doing a quick little review of this scope that I got. I picked this up on a advice from Ken from Air Guns and Pesting on his channel, and so far using the scope, it's not bad. $157. You get first focal plane. You get a EB. It's very similar to the EBR-2 Charlie, I believe, reticle, like the Vortec Diamondback Tactical. As a matter of fact, here is my Vortec that I've got. This is that Diamondback Tactical. So, as far as the scope goes, it's pretty good. There's the here's your back adjuster. Here's your zoom. This one's 4:16, and this turns nice and tight, right? Side parallax adjuster from infinity all the way down to 15 yards, okay? Other than that, it's pretty good. The turrets, you pull to unlock, and then you push down to lock, right? They are zero resettable, and they are this one's in mils, and the glass up front, this would be very similar to like ED glass, similar to my Diamondback. So if you put these two together, I mean, they're pretty darn close. All right, clarity, not bad. I don't see too much imperfections in the glass as you look through. Now, one thing I do want to point out is, let me get my light because it's kind of dark. Right here, I got two gripes about it. Okay, and like I said, they're just small things. On your dial here, right, and if I can flip this up to get some more light on it, or let me get it further out. Right here, there is not much of a witness mark or an indicator right here, other than this tiny little dot that they put on there, and I think that's not good. Could have thought of something better than that, but that line or that dot that's there, it's barely noticeable. Here, let me put the light on it. And like I said, that's one of my gripes, is it should have been milled up here on top, which it's not. Same goes for this side. You can see it's just a little dot, so it's missing that. Okay, I would have rather them have the direction right here where it says up or down. I would have rather them have it on the side of the dial here instead of, because then, you know, but after a while when you get used to it, you know which way to go. Okay, that's just piddly stuff. But the marking, I think for me, that's kind of a deal. Like I said, just the markings on it, they didn't put no time in that part. Now, my other gripe is this back adjuster right here. What I wish they would have used is a locking ring inside, so you can lock this up once you got it set. Right? I know not all of them have them, but this turns. It is nice and smooth, but it's just like there's not a lot of give. It's very forgiving to turn. You know, my Diamondback Tactical is super tight. Okay, and it's much tighter than this guy right here. So I think that was one of my other things. Other than that, that's it, pretty much it. Now, the reticle is pretty clean, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to install my Tacticam on here. However, if you're going to use a Tacticam, one thing I learned is if you give this like one full rotation roughly, and you slide this guy on here and then mount your camera, you know, like in this fashion, right? It's it works pretty good. I haven't had any problems with mine. For a little while, I did think it was the quality of the glass that made all the difference in the world, and I think it does still. But I've been able to use, if you use the standard 1080p format on the Tacticam settings, you get a nice full circle image, not that half cutaway. And that's the only time I notice you get that half cutaway, or that where your that shadow box is like half instead of a full circle, is when you zoom in all the way with the Tacticam itself. If I run it on regular 1080p, which is on, I think, the green setting, I think that's close to 2K or 4K resolution. I mean, that's still pretty good, but if you've ever seen any of my other previous videos, I had a really good video that I used it when I was shooting my Bagara, and that day it was snowing. I was using a Nikon FX1000, and the image came out great. I can't complain. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up, and then we'll look through the scope, take a few shots. As far as tracking goes, I can say that it does track. Okay, now how much does it track repeatedly? I don't know. I haven't had the scope very long. So far, for the money, it's kind of hard to beat. It really is. $157 for a first focal plane scope with a basically a clone of the EBR2C reticle, like from Vortex. The only thing different though on that reticle is just a little bit thicker than the Vortex. The Vortex is a lot more finer, but this one's just a little bit thicker, but it's not a deal breaker for me. It doesn't really matter. I'm probably going to mount this rifle scope on my 17 Super Magnum and use it on that anyhow. But I think this scope is a very, very nice setup for the money. But like I said, it's like anything else nowadays. You get what you pay for. You know, you spend the money on a glass, well, you're going to get a little bit of everything, you know. And just like I said, just a few little things that I found so far about the scope that I mean, it's not a total deal breaker, but I can live without it, is, like I said, that little index mark is kind of weak. It should have been a nice deep machine line in there scribed to pinpoint exactly, you know, where your mark's at, right? Same goes for this side, and also same for that. But you know what, as long as I own a scope, I might just machine my own with a scribe, using a machinist ruler, and set it up that way. You know, at least I know where it's at, you know, because it's pretty much my scope. Now I think the cool thing about it is I ordered this one in that burnt bronze finish, and it looks pretty neat. Not bad. I can't complain about it. Well, like I said, it's very, very funny though, because the milling and the way this is all milled out and machined, I could have sworn this can't, like I'm wondering if like some of these scopes came off of other product lines that didn't sell, or maybe other big companies, and they just had a whole bunch of them and they decided to just rename them or rebadge it and sell it, you know. Don't know. I mean, like I said, that's just my guess, because man, I gotta say the quality looks pretty good. I mean, everything turns well, and everything is pretty much exact, you know. But I've been happy with it so far. So if you're looking for a scope that's first focal plane, check out Westhunter on Amazon. And like I said, for me it was $157, and it was a very, very it was a good buy, I gotta admit. So lots of thanks to Ken out there, and kind of gave me hit me up on the let me know about this. But it's really, really, like I said, it's kind of a hard deal to pass up. And like I said, for first focal plane, it gives you a lot of data on the reticle. Like I said, if you're familiar with the Vortex EBR2C reticle, where you got the windage dots, holdover dots, and all that stuff, this is the one. This has it all. So, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hook up to it, and I'm going to go ahead and make some shots through the Tacticam so you can kind of see firsthand what the reticle looks like. And we'll call it a day after that. All right, thank you. All right, so as you can see right now, I have the scope cam on, I mean the Tacticam, and it's, you can see the reticle. Like I said, it's kind of a copy of the EBR2C, like from Diamondback Tactical. Like I said, this is first focal plane. This is zooming out. But there you go. You can kind of see how it looks through there. That's at 9 power. I'll bring it in here to, let's go to full 16. You can kind of see really easy the image. Doesn't look too bad. Let me adjust the parallax right quick. Let me see if I can clear this up. So there we go. And that should be pretty close. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty close right there. So that's 100 meters right there. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna shoot at that gong, and kind of give you an idea of. I wanted to save that target that I had over there. Let me see if I have. Yeah, I've already. Hang on. Okay, I've got some room to shoot at it still. So, now I don't have no match ammo on here. I'm not using any match ammo. However, it does shoot pretty much, pretty close where it needs to go. As far as my zero, it's pretty spot on. I got a little bit of a tilt. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. We'll do that way. All right. So here we go. I think I had it dialed kind of high. Hang on. Let me double check. So I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna aim at that gong, and I'm gonna aim at the right side of it. And let's see where we hit at. Shoot kind of low. Now let's aim at dead center. Let's see where we hit at. Oh, that went to the left. I don't know if you guys can see the bullet, but I can totally watch it make its way out there and hit its target. Here we go again. Yeah, far left and right. It's kind of weird. Alright. That's okay. And I believe I have this is zeroed at 50. So at 100 meters, it should be right at 2 mils. So let's try this again. 2 mils, right side of the gong, and here we go. Close enough, but it's not that close. Like I said, I'm not using my match ammo for this, and I'm just using the standard federal ammo. And this is high velocity ammo, so it is shooting just a little bit higher. So 1 mil at 100 meters. We'll try again. Right side of the metal gong. Here we go, 1 mil. Alright, okay. Alright, now let's just go for that target right there. Upper left corner, 1 mil. And I'm having a little bit of wind, but it should not affect it too much. And here we go. What do you know? It hit low to the right. Try one more. I'll do a few more. I'm hitting the leg actually of the gong, but it's moving over to the left just a little bit. That's all right. I'll try one more. As you can see, it's grouping right here. Like I said, I'm not using my match ammo, and it is dead on at 50 though. I made a previous video, so let me just kind of hold over a little bit. I'll see if I can get it right into the bullseye here. Let's try just to the right of it. Look at that, huh? I'll do one more, and just to verify. Look at that, that's another one right next to it. So as you can see, it does work pretty good. At 100 meters, it's hitting, well, from 50 to 100. It's only using high velocity ammo, it's dropping 1.5 mils. So other than that, the scope seems pretty on point. What I'm going to do right quick is I'm going to dial one full revolution. Let's go 2. Okay, that's 2. I'm going to go back 2. I'm going to just see if the impact changes after I dial it back. Okay, and we should be back on target. I'll try one more shot. And I got any more bullets. Let me just load 2 more in and just verify to see if it came back to the same spot, and call it good. Okay. So it was 1.5, just off to the left a little bit. Here we go. A little high. That's alright. It still went back, but let's try one more. And it went back to the same spot. So not bad. It is tracking. It seems to track pretty well. Can't complain. Now I think I can zoom in. Let's see if we can do this with my